What's up, boys? So, playoffs playing day part 2 here. Day number 2. Let's go ahead and hop in and talk about some player props here. So, yesterday on the Patreon, great day, swept them 4-0. So, pretty great day over there. Played Kevin Love twice, two different props. He hit both of those. He went ballistic. Love to see that. But yeah, I didn't post a video yesterday for the play-in. I did post some MLB videos. So, if you guys are interested in watching those, I posted one earlier this morning, just talking about some fantasy score for that. I didn't do anything too crazy right there for the video this morning, but otherwise I posted another video for I'll be posting MLB videos for sure in the future. I'm gonna try to post NBA on the channel as well. But let's go ahead and talk about these here. But before we do, make sure you guys go ahead and sign up for PrizePicks if you guys are not already, man. 100% deposit match up to $100. Highly recommend joining. It's available in most states. Highly recommend joining. Again, use code DOMG. Match your first deposit 100% up to $100. You guys can win up to 10 times your money over there. But yeah, okay, let's go ahead and talk about these though. But PrizePicks link, Patreon link is in the description, and Discord link is in the description. So there's also an NBA and MLB combined package on Patreon if you guys are interested too, so you can get both of them for a little bit cheaper. So anyways, let's go ahead and talk. It's been a long enough intro already. Let's go ahead and talk about these here. So I got 3 player props for you guys in today's video. I got actually all 3 are on the same team. I did not plan for that to happen, but that's just kind of what I'm liking today. So I guess that's what we're going to do here. So let's go and take a look at these here. So let's go and take a look at the first one here. Let's take a look at a point prop here in DeAndre Hunter. I think this has been a pretty popular one, and I'm kind of on board with it here. I like DeAndre Hunter over 14.5 points here. So averaging 13.8 in his last 5 games here. 3 out of 5 in his last 5 here. If we take more of a look into this one, he's a minus 110 to hit this over. He's hitting 40% of his games this season, 5 out of 10 in his last 10 games, but he is 2 for 2 versus the Hornets this season with 20 points and 21 points. So he's been very good in those high, fast-paced games versus the Hornets this season, and I definitely like him to go ahead and go over yet again versus the Hornets, this time in the playoffs. So let's take a look at this game here. So this website right here is called Rotowire NBA Starting Lineups. As you can see down here, the spread is Atlanta, 5-point spread, and the over-under is 235. So let's take a look into this one. So he's a small forward going against the Charlotte Hornets. Let's take a look here. This website right here is called FanDuel NBA Defense versus Position. And we're going to take a look at the small forward here, points versus the Charlotte Hornets. And they're right at the top, man. They're allowing the 3rd most points per game this season to the small forward position. And if you switch this over here to the last 7 games here, Charlotte is allowing the 5th most points per game to the small forward in the last 7 games. So they've been a top 5 matchup all season. It seems like so. Season long. And in the last 7 games, they've been a top 5 matchup. So I definitely like the spot a lot here for DeAndre Hunter versus the Charlotte Hornets to yet again go over his 14.5 point mark. Hoping for an easy cash right here. But always do your own research. Don't go directly just off of what I say. I mean, yeah, if I'm showing you guys what I'm playing, you guys don't have to play it. I mean, yeah, I'm just showing you guys what I'm playing. I'm not telling you guys to play anything. So don't get that twisted. But let's take a look at an assist prop here. This one is going to go ahead and be Kevin Hooter here. All right, I like him over 2.5 assists here. So he's going against Charlotte, like we've said. We got all of them from the Hawks today, unfortunately. I didn't plan on that, but this is kind of what I'm liking. So averaging 3 in those last 5 games here. So 5, 3, 3, 4, and 0 in his last 5. So he's been very good in his last 4 games here to going over this mark. But he's a minus 122 to hit this over here. He's hitting 51% of his games this season, 5 out of 10 hit rate in his last 10 games, and is 2 for 3 versus Charlotte. I'm sorry, he's 3 for 4 versus Charlotte this season, with 4 in the first matchup, 3 in the second matchup, 2 in the third matchup, and then 3rd in the 4th matchup. So he did hit in the most recent one there against Charlotte, but he's got a very good hit rate against Charlotte. He's got a good hit rate in his last couple of games here, and the odds are favoring him to go over, so that's why I'm kind of liking this one. But he's probably, if I had to rank him, I think this might be my favorite of the day. Probably say this one's my favorite of the day, then probably DeAndre Hunter. But anyways, let's take a look at Kevin Hooter here. So shooting guard versus the Charlotte Hornets here. Again, 5-point spread, 235 over under. Let's take a look on FanDuel NBA defensive position on Fantasy Pros. Anyways, shooting guard assists versus the Charlotte Hornets. And the Charlotte Hornets here are definitely on the easier side. They're allowing 4.91 assists per game to the shooting guard position. And as you can see right here, they're allowing 3, 6. They're allowing the 9th most this season among other NBA teams. Last 7 games here, Charlotte is pretty much right in the middle, allowing 5.06 in the last 7 games here. So they're kind of a middle of the road matchup right there as of the last 7 games, but I definitely do like the spot a lot for Kevin Hooter here to go ahead and go over his 2.5 assist mark here. Anyways, let's go and take a look at a first half point prop now. It's going to be Clint Capela. I like Clint Capela over 7 first half points here. He's averaging 10.2 in his last 5 games here. He's also hit in his last 3 games with 10, 13, and 15. But if you take more of a look into this one, he is a minus 116 to go over 12.5 full game points. I believe he's 13.5 on prizepicks, so they did bump him up. So, but anyways, he's hit in 6 of his last 10 games with 1 push. So he's 6-3-1 in his last 10 games here, and he is also 2 for 4 versus Charlotte this season. So we'll take a look at all this here. But center here going against the Charlotte Hornets. We've talked about this 5-point spread, 235 over under. Let's take a look. Season long center versus the Charlotte Hornets. And yeah, they're allowing the 3rd most points per game to the center position so far this season. Take a look at the last 7 games here. The Charlotte Hornets here are pretty much right in that middle. There might be a little bit on the hardest side. Not top 10 hardest, I don't think. Probably just outside of that. I'm not going to count it here, but allowing 23.35 points per game to the center position. So I like the spot a lot here for Clint Capela to go ahead and grab 7 first half points. You even take a look at his game log here versus the Hornets. So this is how he's been against the Hornets across his career. And he's played them 4 times this season, and he had 15 in the first 10 in the first matchup, then 4, then 5, and then 15 over in March. So hoping he can go ahead and drop a 15 bomb right in the first half again. That'd be pretty awesome. So that's what I'm liking for today. Again, we will kind of recap here. DeAndre Hunter over 14.5 points. Kevin Hooter over 2.5 assists. And Clint Capela over 7 first half points. Capela is my least favorite. And Hunter and Hooter, they're pretty close. I probably have to lean Kevin Hooter over 2.5 assists a little bit more as being probably my favorite of the day. But again, always take everything at your own risk. Always do your own research. All that different stuff, man. So yeah, hopefully you guys have a great day today. I'm hoping I have the same. But that's pretty much going to do it, man. So also, again, prizepicks link is in the description. Use code DOMG to match your first deposit 100% up to $100. Go ahead and like the video right now. I seriously would appreciate it. And subscribe to the channel. That helps me out as well. But yeah, also had an MLB video on the channel earlier. I said that at the beginning of the video, but I don't think I'm going to do a second one for that. I was planning on it, but I don't know. It's kind of, I don't know. I'm not sure I want to post another MLB video today. I'll try to make them not fantasy score related all the time on the channel, but that's what I have on the channel right now. And plus one of those games too got postponed, so that kind of sucks. There's only 2 in that video. But yeah, that's what I got for the NBA today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully we do pretty good. And yeah, that's pretty much going to do, man. Appreciate watching. Free Discord link in the description as well. If you guys want to talk research all the time, it's pretty active. And you guys can talk some player props with each other. I forgot to mention that, I think. But that's going to do it. Appreciate watching. I'll see you guys next one. Goodbye.